So Apprenda provides an operator's console, a native web UI that allows administrators to manage the capacity and servers associated with their Apprenda private platform as a service. I can go and drill into the individual physical or virtual machines that are hosting my Apprenda applications, and I can see the roles and drill into the apps running on those machines. You can see that I have a wide variety of applications running in this particular Apprenda environment. Developers can then go ahead and provision applications onto the multi-tenant infrastructure that Apprenda creates on top of Virtual Machine Manager, System Center Operations Manager, and the rest of the System Center suite. It allows you to create a self-service developer application platform. Using those servers, developers can use the developer portal, our Visual Studio shell extension, or a command line interface to deploy applications to the Apprenda platform. With our Operations Manager integration, Apprenda also lets you automatically manage and monitor your infrastructure and applications associated with your Apprenda platform directly through System Center. So let's switch over to the Operations Center portal now. And I can see here that I'm running System Center Operations Manager 2012. If I click the About box, it confirms just that. With the Apprenda Management Pack installed, one of the first things I'm able to do is actually monitor multiple Apprenda grids. In this particular case, I believe this particular environment is running 2 different Apprenda grids. So as it loads up the information, I'll be able to drill into the individual grids. There they are. And then view the different, it's actually more than 2 grids. These are multiple grids that are running in this environment currently. You can see them all listed here. So if I drill into one of these environments, let's click on the Apprenda Corona environment. I can go get a view of the apps, the developers, and the infrastructure that are associated with this particular Apprenda deployment. So if I go ahead and click on the apps, I now get to drill into, in this particular case, a developer portal. That's the portal I showed earlier. That turns out it's an application on the Apprenda platform. I can also drill into the infrastructure that's associated with the Apprenda application as well. In this case, I'm looking at the user interface components. When things go wrong, I can go back and look at the alerts in the Apprenda grid. And this will show me when core application services aren't running as they are supposed to be. So if for example, here I can see the core database it's telling me is unavailable in this particular environment. If I go ahead and drill into it, I can get product knowledge. And then I can go back and try to remediate the issue. You can also open up the Operations Center console directly in Internet Explorer if I choose to directly through Ops Manager. So if I drill into the individual applications, let's go ahead and look at the diagram view for my apps that are running on this particular platform. It's going to go ahead and load a variety of different objects. And go ahead and click on the applications. Again, I'll continue to drill into the model that's created. These are all the different apps running on this particular grid. There's an app called Trader. There's a storefront interface. If I click on Trader, I can go ahead and drill into that. I can see that the user interface is currently running an IIS website, so it connects back into the IIS application as well. It's really easy to drill in and get deep analytics and information about how the applications are running. And again, I can do that across different apps. This app has a variety of different user interface and service components associated with it. Finally, the other thing I can also do is look at the developers, the users that are actually having access to the Apprenda platform. The developer diagram will show me the different tenants that are on the platform and the different users within those tenants. Since Apprenda is multi-tenant, in this case I have multiple developer tenants here available to me and different groups underneath them that I can drill into. So there's an Apprenda organizational user account that's set up, and I can go ahead and drill into it and see which applications that particular tenant has access to. And then finally, of course, I get the infrastructure alerts as well. One of the good things with Apprenda and Ops Manager is when I hit resource utilization thresholds as developers deploy multi-tier cloud applications onto the platform, I'll start consuming the IIS, SQL Server, and Windows Server resources associated with my Apprenda resource pool. Those will start getting used up. Well, Ops Manager will generate an alert at thresholds at say 70 or 80 or 90% utilization watermarks. I can then go ahead and deploy new virtual or physical machines to my Apprenda resource pool automatically using System Center Virtual Machine Manager and System Center Orchestrator to automate that entire process end to end. So what this lets customers do is get a centralized view of their Apprenda environment directly through System Center and Operations Manager, and remediate issues using Virtual Machine Manager and Orchestrator. So customers get a single pane of glass to manage their entire private PaaS environment running Apprenda.